On today's episode, we are working on the interior again. We're going to cut up this dash, do a dash cut, do some flocking, install it, and maybe also get the steering wheel on in today's episode. We'll see how far we can get. So we're going to start off with cutting, and I believe the line that we're going to use is right here. I want to cut everything below this line, and then I think we're going to flock everything on top. This is my old original dash with that car right over there, so a little somber moment here as I destroy this thing. The dash is held on by this metal bar that goes across, and this is kind of the skeleton that sits behind there. So we'll keep most of that intact with taking off some of these tabs that drop down. So I'm gonna take a moment and try to figure out how we're gonna gut this thing. Well, that is super satisfying. I'm kind of doing one initial cut across. I'm gonna go back in and clean this up. So as you can see, it's not the most consistent or nice looking cut. But now that I can actually get to that area, I'll go back and make that look much nicer. There's a lot of like flipping back and forth with this process. You really gotta kind of uncover a couple layers to get to where you really wanna cut. This is rad. Right, we're gonna move into flocking now. I've already done this once on my car last winter, so it's been a minute. If you're not familiar with this process, really all we do is lay down a bunch of glue and fairly quickly go in and flock over that. So I'm gonna set us up here and try to get this glue on within 5 or so minutes, if that, and then we're just gonna flock the whole thing in one shot. the dash blocked, we're gonna weigh it before installing it in the car. We have a 1.6 dash over at Cam's that I just weighed. His weight was around 26 pounds. It was missing some stuff. Some stuff in the center console, some little bits here and there. So I think it's safe to say that if it had everything, it might be another pound or two more, around 27, 28 pounds. And I can already tell you, after cutting all that stuff out, this is significantly lighter. And we're trying to be a little more scientific other than, oh yeah, it's really light. All right, scale zeroed out. We're down to 12 pounds. That is awesome. That is less than half. So we're saving at least 14 pounds by comparison to the dash that's in Cam's. Probably closer to like 15 or 16 pounds overall. That's substantial. I am very surprised. Well, let's get this in there and see what it looks like in the car. I love this. It's just enough track car while still remaining, you know, a dash and a clean look. We were all surprised with how much weight you could cut out. And I gotta say, if I went a little more crazy, I could probably get this dash under 10 pounds. We're gonna gut the doors as well. That's another project I've always wanted to do, but would never do on a street car. And I'm gonna do the same thing with weighing them before and after. I'm very curious about how much weight you can really save out of this car. And there's actually a suggestion in Trackable Miatas. I think that was the Facebook group. I posted up one of our videos asking what would you like to see, and one of the suggestions was how much weight we could save. We're already so far in and have pulled a lot of things out, but I think keeping track within projects is really cool. So that's why we weighed the dash before and after. If you are liking this track build series, share it with a friend. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them down below. We're always open to that. This is a great example of us listening to people who watch these videos and doing it. I love the idea. I'm a bit of a weight weenie myself when it comes to my other hobby, which is biking. So thanks for your feedback. We always listen and consider those comments. We've got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline for this build, so stay tuned and thanks for watching. All right, all quiet on the set. What?
It's not just a phase, Mom.